Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
This is Faith Under Fire. Each Thursday on Family Life, we give voice to religious battlegrounds in this nation. I'm your host, Tracy Lynn. With us today, Tara Sander-Lee, Director of Life Sciences at the Charlotte Lozier Institute. Abortion is a hot and polarizing topic. Tara, would you help us look at some of the misconceptions being wielded against life for the preborn?
Absolutely. You're right. There are many misconceptions, so I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
One claim is that women die from childbirth more than abortion procedures.
Yes, and that claim is actually false because it is based on a study that relied on flawed U.S. maternal mortality data, which even the CDC admits is incomplete. And I can tell you this because I currently sit on the Biden administration's Secretary's Advisory Committee for Infant and Maternal Mortality. So it's important to understand that several states do not even report abortion data, and in states that do report, the data is inconsistent. So we have to look elsewhere where there is better reporting. So studies from Scandinavian countries with far more complete and accurate reporting on pregnancy outcomes, abortion, and childbirth show that the risk of a mother dying from an abortion is almost 4 times greater than that from childbirth. And a more recent peer-reviewed analysis found 11 separate studies that examined death certificates linked to reproductive health records. And every one of the 11 studies showed an increased risk of death among women following an abortion.
Wow. And I thank you that the folks at Charlotte Lozier Institute, you really care about the research, the true science behind these issues. A liberal advocacy group is now offering up to $250 to service industry workers for every sighting of the justices who helped overturn Roe v. Wade, the former court ruling that made abortion on demand legal in the U.S. With the overturning at the national level, some folks believe that abortions are now completely banned. What's the truth on that, Tara?
Yeah, so the truth on that is that now in this current post-Dobbs era that we're in, there is not a complete nationwide ban on abortion. So now elected officials will now set abortion policy based on where consensus is found. So overturning Roe now allows Americans to have a discussion and debate in the public square, and the people, through their elected officials at the state and federal level, will try to come to consensus on abortion policy. Some states, like Texas and Mississippi, will have total or near total limits on abortion, while others, like California and New York, will have few or no limits on abortion. You can actually go to a website called Life Saving Laws in the states, and that's at sbaprolife.org/lifesavinglaws.
Another misconception is that abortion qualifies as safe health care.
Yeah, this is also a big misconception because an induced abortion is not healthcare. It is a violent act that kills an innocent human being, an unborn child with a beating heart who sucks their thumb and can feel pain. So this act of violence not only kills an unborn child, but it puts women at serious risk of harm from the abortion procedure. So it is not safe at all. And so we know that some of the risks from having an abortion can include uterine perforation, cervical laceration, infection, hemorrhage, death, and even future pregnancy complications, not to mention studies that have shown increased risk of mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and suicide. And I think it's really important that people understand that induced abortion, which intentionally kills the unborn child, should not be confused with health care that involves separating a mother from her unborn child in life-threatening situations to try and save both lives. So in any high-risk pregnancy, the fact is that all state pro-life laws have exemptions to save the life of a mother and specifically allow for treatment of these life-threatening complications such as ectopic pregnancy, which is a medical procedure that is different from an abortion. So in these life-threatening situations, there is no legal or medical question that her life can be protected. But there are serious risks and concerns if a woman does undergo an abortion, and that is not safe health care.
That's Tara Lee Sander with the Charlotte Lozier Institute. I'm Tracy Lynn, Family Life News.